Hi guys, welcome back to Game Muscle Videos. In this video, we're going to jump in to the Ferrari SF15T at the Red Bull Ring with some AI and talk a bit about some of the updates that have occurred in the recently released Red Pack. Now, of course, with the Red Pack, you get a bunch of cars, this one of them, but there's also some new features. And those features are, well, the most exciting of those features are the ability to jump the grid. The AI have been improved, and virtual reality. And the virtual reality mode now lets you use anti-aliasing, which also works on the HTC Vive. Now, I'm terrible at driving Formula cars, so I set the AI to 85%, which is embarrassingly bad, but it'll give me a chance to keep up with them and have something to look at in this video. Oh, they're braking nice and early. Now, fortunately, I have been driving with the AI a bit. This car, you have to be in the right gear, otherwise it bogs down. Fortunately, I have been driving with the AI at higher settings with some of the other cars, which we'll show. We'll do a video of that soon as well. And I have to say, it's a massive, massive, massive improvement over what it was previously, where the AI were all right at times previously, but a lot of the time they'd get into the old AI train and they wouldn't do stuff like that. Old Boris on the right there, just muscling his way through. You get some moments where the AI are nice and aggressive and they will make pretty risky pass on you and be a lot more assertive, which for me makes things a lot more enjoyable to play. And just from a gameplay point of view, if you play with the AI, it really transforms the game, just makes it a lot more exciting. Now, this Ferrari F1 2015 Ferrari, personally, isn't really my cup of tea. I'm not a massive fan of Formula cars. I can appreciate them, and I love them from an engineering standpoint. But from a driving standpoint, modern F1, in my opinion, is a little bit bananas. Even on this... Whoa, we're losing control there. When you get to this simulation standpoint, as I say, this is more a computer with four wheels sellotaped to it than it is a race car. And in that sense, I think this car... It's nice to have it in a simulator. And it's really for those type of people that like to play train simulator with a steering wheel, because you're going to be able to get lost in the settings and all this management of turbos, electronic systems, DRS, and all that bollocks, quite frankly, that gets in the way of the raw fundamentals of what driving, in my opinion, should be about. A controversial opinion, but there you have it. I like cars where the driver has to stick his testicles somewhere near the seat and hold on for their dear life, falling back on raw skill and talent to beat the opponents. Not HAL 2000 in the cockpit to sort of do this weird, intricate dance between the human and computer. That said, the way this vehicle handles, and this is bearing in mind with the default setup of this car, so I can only assume that KUNOS have made the defaults quite conservative and safe. Okay. They've made it quite conservative and safe, you can tell, but even with that in mind, at slow, tight corners, you will need to be careful because it's very easy to do what I did just there and accidentally throw the car into a rotation. But in general, with this default setup, the car is really conservative, smooth in terms of how the understeer takes in, how it responds on the accelerator. Really, it's actually quite a boring car in my opinion. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. Now, I know I'm not driving it on the limit, and that's the case with any vehicle really, or especially with Formula cars. You have to be... It's when you put a lot of time into them, and I'm talking multiple hours per track, when you're really going to get the most out of them, and you're really going to find the subtleties and enjoy them, because that's where these cars are designed around that point. But what I find with this vehicle, compared to some of the older Formula cars that are already in Assetto Corsa, or even some of the mod Formula cars you can get, it just doesn't grab me in the same way. It's not it's sort of so smooth and placid for a Formula vehicle. It just doesn't... He says upshifting at the wrong time. It just doesn't excite me. If you lock the wheels on the corner, you're just going to go around. And it sort of lures you into a sense of, oh, you know, it's a really safe Formula car. I think you just do what I did there, where you lock up and the car rotates, because you're sort of lulled into a sense of calmness with it. I don't know. And I think it's sort of, this car, more than any, sort of pushes you in the direction of that rote memorisation approach to driving, which again doesn't really appeal to me. I can see how some people will like it, and that's fine, but for me, it's not my cup of tea. But again, this is with the default setup, and this car can be totally transformed with different setups, like any Formula car I'd have thought. And as you can see, I'm not driving it anywhere close to the limit. We're now hitting curbs and sliding all over the place. So we will sort of stick with this car. We will give it a little bit more time. And we will try and get more out of it. But this is, bearing in mind, this is a first impressions review on the car with the default set. And as a first impressions, I have to say, this car, in my opinion, isn't the best car in the we keep doing that in the red DLC red pack. We will get to that car eventually, but I don't think this is it. But outside of the car, I have to say, KUNOS have done a fantastic job with the update in general, and you don't need to have bought the red pack to get the you know, additional features in terms of the improvements in the AI and the jump in the start and all the myriad of little tweaks and general improvements to Assetto Corsa. So still, it's an absolutely fantastic update. Oh, we finished last. I didn't even realise we finished the session. But it's an absolutely fantastic update. The SF15T, not my favourite car. Really nice car model. Really nice attention to details. They have simulated everything with this vehicle, or a lot of stuff with this vehicle. You're going to need to probably, unless you're a big fan of Formula 1 and know all about F1 cars in particular, you're going to really want to watch the KUNOS stream or read a technical manual on the car to see what you can get out of it. Of course, fans of this vehicle, people that were really looking forward to this, they'll already know about that and they'll get the enjoyment from it. But for me, as I say, not enough space to put your testicles in the cockpit, and therefore it's not a real car. But we'll be doing more videos and checking out more of the cars in the Assetto Corsa. Please don't kill me in the comments for not liking this car. I will see you in the next video we do. Thanks for watching and goodbye.